Hey, what's going on? Megan here of meganseamans.com, and let's talk about how to tune in to your intuition. This is something that people ask me all the time how to do, and it's something that's not always laid out in a step-by-step how-to because it's all about your inner voice and your inner wisdom. So I'm going to give you some steps that you can start taking to begin to tune into that intuition, to begin to make that connection more strong within yourself. So first, let's talk about what your intuition even is. So your intuition is the voice that needs no analytical thought. It doesn't need you to logic it out. It just is. You can feel the difference within yourself and within how the voice comes through for you if it's intuition versus, say, a fear voice or an inner critic voice or just a thought that you've grabbed from the external world. You can tell the difference within your body, how it feels, and also how the voice comes through to you. Your intuition keeps you connected with your higher power, whether that's, you want to call it God, universe, whatever your higher power is, that intuition keeps you connected. And to connect with your intuition can take some of that pressure off of making decisions because you know that you're a channel and you're here to use those messages that come through that are channeled through you from that higher power. So when we make this connection, it creates this really powerful creation energy. And by learning to tune into it and learning to listen to it, we start to listen to our own genius and our own soul gifts. So this is a really, really powerful tool. It is your guiding compass. It is where so many answers are held. And they're so accessible, but so often we miss it, right? So I'm gonna give you 3 tips today to start tuning into that. And this isn't a step-by-step. This is just tips that you can use to start strengthening that relationship with your intuition. So number 1, start paying attention to what's around you and what it sparks for you. I remember the first time I read and learned something about this simple concept of just paying attention to what is around me and paying attention to how it makes me feel and paying attention to everything that I see. So often we're just going through life, we're moving on autopilot, we're just moving through the motions and we're missing so many things around us, even in the simplicity. So to tune into your intuition is to be able to start paying attention. And so start paying attention to what is around you and how you feel and react in various situations. Number 2, observe your thoughts. And when you're observing your thoughts, use curiosity, not judgment. The intuition is the voice that needs no analytical reasoning or thought, right? No logic. It doesn't need you to logic it out. And so when we observe our thoughts, we can start to let our intuition come through, go, that's interesting, and see if any kind of guidance comes through with it. And finally, number 3 is to tune out the external noise that's running the show. So if you feel like you're living by other people's truth, other people's knowledge, and you want to get grounded more into your intuition, you have to look at where you can shed off some of that weight, where you're letting the external noise run the show versus yourself. You are your best compass, your best compass. And as humans, we like to have the tangible. We like to grab onto what we can say is known, what there's evidence behind. We like grabbing onto that, whether it's uncertain times or just your average day-to-day kind of time. We like to grab onto the tangible. We like to find that knowledge. But when we can tune into our intuition is when we really create powerful results, is when we really start to step into our purpose every single day. When we tune into our intuition, we can get out of our comfort zone because we can hear the truth of our wholeness. We can hear the truth of our core being. And when you grab onto the external, when you grab onto the things that are around you and surrounding you that and you don't even take a second to pause and let it sit with you and let it be with you and let it be with your core being, and you start to take on other people's knowledge as your own without a second thought, you start to dim down that intuition. You start to dim down that inner voice. So come back to your center, come back to your core being, and start to recognize your voices, how they feel, and what they create for you. I am so excited because I have put together a 3-part mini series training all about these topics. So it's called Tune Out, Tune In, and it is about tuning out of the external noise. So if you feel like you're living by other people's stories and you want to live a life on your own terms, we're going to learn how to tune out the external noise and then tune in to that powerful creation energy, that powerful intuition, so that you can step into your life on purpose, feel like you're living with purpose, and design the life that you are wildly obsessed with. So Tune Out, Tune In, the mini series is officially here, and I'm so excited because of the times we're in and the uncertainty we're in right now. I think now more than ever, it's so important to get grounded with yourself and listen in and tune into yourself and your connection with your higher power, with your divine guidance. I think now more than ever is a time for everyone to step into their purpose and just let that ripple across to the entire world. So I'm offering this mini series for only $7. I want so many people to tap into this inner power and release from the weight of what has been holding them back. So if you are watching me on Instagram, you can grab it in the link in my bio. And if you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, you can grab it right below this video. So I'd love for you to let me know in the comments which one of the practices you feel like you really want to zone in on that I shared with our 3 practices, with starting to pay attention to what's around you, starting to observe your own thoughts, and finally starting to tune out some of that external noise so that you can tune into yourself and your soul. I'd love to hear which one you're excited to dive into the most, and I would love to hear if you're going to join me in this 3-part mini series training as well. All right, sending you all so much love and lots of wellness. I will see you soon. Bye.